Dearly beloved, we have gathered here today to get through this thing called Mix CD. My name is Mike, part of the SPDM crew, and I love making Mix CDs. Each week, we give our guests a theme and an 80-minute time limit for which songs they're going to pick for their Mix CD. This week, I am finishing up my best of the years I've been alive. We got volume two starting in 2005, going all the way to 2024. As a disclaimer, as I did last podcast, I just want to make sure that everybody knows that I just went off of Spotify's best of that year playlist. So if I got any of these wrong, I greatly apologize about that. So without further ado, here is the second half of the best of the years I've been alive, volume two. And for 2005, I have You and Me by Lifehouse. Yes, I understand for all those people who know me that a Lifehouse song was eventually going to make it on this list, and I wasn't going to pick Hanging by a Moment or all the other ones that I've done multiple times. And surprisingly, I have not had this song on the list. This song always reminds me of my buddy Nick. We always give each other a or send each other a text message to let the other know that this is on the radio. So I naturally just wanted to put this on. For 2006, I have Ridin' by Chameleonaire and Crazy Bones. I don't know. I really like this. I use this in a Sunday school lesson for high school kids about the police as well. So a lot to really like about this. My 2007 song, I picked Paralyzer by Finger Eleven. And yeah, I really like this song. Not a whole lot of love for Finger Eleven out there. I only know like a handful of their songs, but this was one that when it came on the radio, usually turned up the radio super loud, rolled the windows down, and was just going for it with this. 2008. 2008 was an interesting year because that summer I spent my first summer working for a company called Lead America for this leadership development conference for high school students called Leadership University or Lead U. And this summer, we spent a lot of time together. I spent a lot of time on buses, and there were a couple songs that I could have picked for this. I could have picked Buy You a Drink or I guess Soldier Boy as well. Crank That Soldier Boy. I could have also picked what's the other one that was really big? I don't remember, but the one that I kind of ultimately just defines that summer and subsequently 2008 in general is Umbrella by Rihanna and Jay-Z. This played a lot during that summer. Yeah, it was just a significant song during that time. 2009, Jason Mraz, I'm Yours. Yeah, this was a resurgent song for Jason Mraz for me because he had two songs. He had The Remedy and then You and I. And this one came out and was like, oh, I really like what Jason Mraz is putting out. So I really enjoyed that. 2010, I picked Bedrock by Young Money and Lloyd, mainly because Bedrock, to me, is the closest thing I'm ever going to get to listening to poetry. Call me Mr. Flintstone. I can make your bed rock. Yeah, absolutely. 2011, I picked What Makes You Beautiful by One Direction. The old pastor of my church used to play this a lot on stuff, so it just has kind of become part of the cultural zeitgeist. And this song was everywhere when it first came out. 2012, I have Titanium by David Guetta and Sia. I think I didn't hear it during 2012. I think the first time that I actually like heard it was during Pitch Perfect when Anna Kendrick is singing this song to Brittany Snow in the shower. So I went back and I listened to this and I really like this song. I'm normally not a huge David Guetta fan, but I did like this one a lot. 2013, I have My Songs Know What They Did, My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark by Fall Out Boy. This song, along with Macklemore, will always remind me of the only playoff hockey game that I've actually seen live, and that was with my buddy Jason when we went to go see Blackhawks versus Red Wings on the Blackhawks road to their second Stanley Cup championship in their dynasty year. But yeah, this is a great song, not just very similar to a lot of what Fall Out Boy does, but yeah, I still enjoyed it nonetheless. 2014, I have Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon. This, like, I picked this song also because my daughter loves this song. And yeah, she wasn't born when this song came out, but she likes it now. So this makes a resurgence there. But also, this was a song that got played a lot on the radio. The music video of this was great. My buddy Brownie actually showed a group of us the music video because it reminded us all a lot of an 80s music video. So that's cool. 2015, I picked Style by Taylor Swift. Yeah, I could have picked Shake It Off. I could have picked a lot of the other songs on this album. I don't know why. I like Style the best from this. So I picked Taylor Swift for that. 2016, I picked this was a resurgent year for Justin Bieber, and I picked Sorry by Justin Bieber. I like this one a little bit better than Love Yourself. Both of them are great songs, but I did like that. 2017, I picked Castle on the Hill by Ed Sheeran. I probably would have picked Despacito if I didn't put it on a different playlist, but I still like Castle on the Hill a lot by Ed Sheeran. And I wasn't going to pick Thinking Out Loud because I put it on a couple other lists, but Castle on the Hill, just great song, a little bit on the underrated side for me with Ed Sheeran. And this will always remind me of the trailer for How to Train Your Dragon 3. And I thought that was a really fitting way to be reintroduced back into this world. 2018, I've got Post Malone, Better Now. This was one that I actually got introduced to me while hosting trivia. It was just a song that came up during the music round, and I really enjoyed it. So, and I've been following Post Malone ever since. So, good stuff there. 2019, I have High Hopes by Panic at the Disco. I'm normally not a huge Panic at the Disco fan, and a couple years before they had done the rock version of Into the Unknown, which, yeah, I thought that was a choice, but it was still good nonetheless. So, but High Hopes, it will remind me of my time working at a place called Connection, where I used this as an intro song for I wrote a quiz for all the coaches that work at Connection for all of us to get to know each other. So that was fun. 2020, Blinding Light by The Weeknd. Yeah, I do love this song with the synthesizer and everything like that. 2000 or 2020, I have Blinding Light, not 2002, but Blinding Light. Blinding Lights are for 20 or for 2020, I have Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. 2021, I've got Levitating by Dua Lipa and DaBaby. I do like the DaBaby version a lot, even though I don't necessarily agree with everything that he says, but been Dua Lipa fan for a little while, so I do enjoy Levitating a lot. 2022, I have All for Us by Labyrinth and Zendaya. This was at the end of season 1 of Euphoria, and Zendaya sings this song when she relapses on drugs, and I thought this part was really powerful and really cool. Yeah, and season 1 of Euphoria is fantastic. I don't think it's ever going to get back to those heights ever again, but whatever. 2023, I've got Creepin' with Metro Boomin, The Weeknd, and 21 Savage. So I'm a big fan of the original version of this, but P. Diddy has a part in it. So when they redid it with The Weeknd and Metro Boomin and 21 Savage, yeah, I took advantage of that and wanted to put that on here. And then finally, my song for 2024, although I do concede that Die with a Smile is my top song that I listened to this year on Spotify. And I know I've put Defying Gravity on another one. I didn't put the Defying Gravity version with Cynthia Erivo or Ariana Grande on there. So technically it counts. I'm gonna add that in there and make it a thing. So those are all my songs for the second half of my best of the years I've been alive. The album cover for this will probably be a photo from that 2008 summer at Leadership University, either something Washington DC related because we spent most of the summer there. Maybe a picture of all of us on stage. I don't know. It's just something that reminds me of that summer. It's either that or probably something California related. I don't know, but I think that summer of 2008 is probably gonna would be the cover photo for this. So those are all the songs from the best of the years I've been alive. Hopefully it gives you some insight into the stuff that I listen to, that it is very eclectic, very different, and hopefully it will give you a better understanding of who I am. And yeah, bring on 40 coming up next year. So there you go. Well, my friends, the time has come to end this episode of Mix CD. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to anything and everything SPDM Crew wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and Blue Sky at SPDM Crew. Check out our website soon to be out at spdmcrew.com. You can follow our playlist on Spotify and Apple Music at Mike Hilty. Shout out to HiFlyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. And if you have any marketing, logo, or brand standard needs, contact them at highflyercreative.com. If you've got a podcast idea or you're interested in being part of the SPDM crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Until next time, no matter what happens now, you shouldn't be afraid because I know today has been the most perfect day I've ever seen.